course, he was beating FCS team, not super impressive. There's a lot of interest for Bryce Beckett or Beckett, right? Week 5 visit. He's on campus right now.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Keeps it himself. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
They're not a joke either. They're at 84.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Running inside, it's Lacey. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Now the play fake. Got his man. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And one thing I'm really interested to see is this Ole Miss offense post-Lane Kiffin, post-Charlie Weiss Jr., and they always find wide receivers. Palmer, it's amazing. They've had a knack for it. Was that Kiffin? Was that Weiss? Can Golden find those guys? They bring in a bunch of transfers to try to fulfill the same recipe that they've been using. Let's see how fast it will work.
The best news is Trinidad Chambliss is back throwing the ball. And he's one of those guys who can elevate the players around him, too. You're right. There's going to be some new faces, and it's going to be important from a chemistry standpoint that he and these guys are able to get on the same page very early on. But once everything starts clicking, this offense, man, they light up the scoreboard. And how much would you love it as a receiver playing with a quarterback like Chambliss?
Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one.
Right back in it. Just throw the ball to Dukes.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball.
It's because you yelled at it. Not yelled at him, but like, you like scold him and they come over like, "Hi, Dad, Mom's mad." And he goes back and forth between us like, "Will you give me love?"
The run inside. It's Pryor. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Motion from the wide receiver. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Going for it all. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Looking for space. It's Lacey. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he makes a catch. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Rebels with the 1st and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Florida. A pick 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Lacey.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Lets it fly. Catch in the middle. It's Cook. Turning it on. They fight.
Wisner touchdown. Finding him on the wheel is a really good idea. Sorry about that. I mean, he's a great receiving back. Saw it so much at the University of Texas. And we're definitely using it to our advantage here, but we need our defense to step up.
Get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. He goes right back to the air. He's got the tight end. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. The Rebels headed quickly.
How do you not dive? I thought we were going to have a blocked punt, and instead, it might just lose us the game. It's basically going to. We got to talk about
Right. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding,
Got it! And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line.
Samia from Lubbock. Hopefully will end up being a Seminole. Hard commit for Shaquem Broyles. We were in a battle, and we won it against Miami. And now at number 3, Miami.
Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The Rebels have it with a 1st and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! The extra point here would tie the game.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And he tacked on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Under fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Rebels. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. So after the break, they'll go back to work. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Singleton. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Goes to the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unleashes one. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one third and long. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Makes the grab. It's Gill.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots.
Might have a chance. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. On first down from the 13-yard line. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Lacey. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
You can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
And the Rebels trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Ole Miss!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They're going to ride this running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
To the air on second down. Right down the middle. With the catch, it's Singleton. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now on the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. The Gators will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Rebels offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking left. Makes the catch. It's Fields. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. And they add 6 more. With that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earth went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect him. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
This time he's got his man. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Gators in the hurry-up. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Got his man. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You never want to say it's over. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
I know it's early in this game, but man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
That's caught. It's Singleton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Could not make his way to the corner. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. Off play action. Under fire. Buried before he could blink. Ole Miss calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Rush is on him, and they got him. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. With the catch, it's Wilson. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with a look at Wisconsin, taking on the number 7 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Badgers, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. This coach knows the importance of that win. It gets into 2-2 on the year after a nice road victory. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now over to your game inside the Swamp. So far today, the most dominant player on the field has been that DB. Pass breakups, shutting down one side of the field. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, and he's played a big part in this halftime lead. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the Swamp.
Bringing it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. As always, Holly keeping an eye on the injuries. What's the latest?
I caught up with Coach Goulding at the half. Their running back has been terrific, playing well so far in this game, but he is taking a lot of hits. He's had to absorb a lot of contact, running yards after contact, but they're going to keep their eye on him and see if he can power through all the hits, bumps, and bruises he's taken here in the first half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Pressure coming. He almost had the pick, and that could have... A boost instead. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. The Rebels will call on their punt team. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pulls it in, it's Pryor. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They'll try to run for it. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to change this route. Here's Jaden one more time. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here.
Makes the catch and he's free. Touchdown Gators! Rolled into the end zone and this crowd was eating it up. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
They'll line up to go for 2. short of the end zone as the two-point try fails, and this will remain a 9-point lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Right back to the well. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for...
Maybe some room here. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Lofts one high and deep. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Rebels! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, you got to give the... A lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Trying to take it back. All the way back. Touchdown, Rebels.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the point after is good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Quarterback keeper. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Got it behind the line. It's Cook. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it. The first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Hand off from the gun. Find some fresh air. They bring him down, but the big play will move.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
To the ground. He's got it. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6. Points.
And if you're the head coach, you are absolutely loving this. You're up big on the scoreboard because your defense keeps getting takeaways, and on offense, in sudden change situations, you're turning it into touchdowns. That right there, phenomenal job. Great decision by the quarterback. He finds his open man. They connect. Everything going their way, David.
And I love when they stay aggressive after a turnover. That is the #1 thing we're always yelling in the huddle as a defense. Sudden change, sudden change. They want to capitalize on the momentum, and they did. They stayed aggressive, continuing to add to this lead, doing what they want when they want.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Jones to throw. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
Split backs here. Here comes the option. Quarterback keep. Nice move there. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Gators decide to punt it away. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Checking in from the Ole Miss sideline. There is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Off the play fake. That's caught. It's Alexander. He's... First down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
Makes the grab. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Now 1st and 10 after they got them to jump. Wants to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Alexander. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And the extra point is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Creates a little room. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Always great to build momentum with an early season victory. Let's take a look at what's in store coming up next week. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Pulls it on the option. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end, crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of the sport.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football.
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out. execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Lindsey. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Dropping back, it's Knight. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Defense on skates that time. Finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, get some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The give on the inside. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
Man, it's kind of crazy. That's only the 2nd time we've called his number, called his name. Like, his 2nd catch of the day. We're used to this guy really impacting a football game, and this offense has to do a better job finding him, featuring him, giving him chances to make plays.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Jones wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass. And the Gators will punt it away on 4th down. And he tried to rattle him with the pressure, but he was able to get away a solid punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese. No